I never thought I'd be the kind of person to experience something like this. You always hear about ghosts, about hauntings, but you never expect it to happen to you. My name is AMN, and this is the story of the night I will never forget. It happened 3 years ago, but I still wake up in cold sweats just thinking about it. I had gone to stay at my grandmother's house in Punjab for a few weeks. It was an old house, built long before my time, and I had always heard whispers about strange occurrences, but I never paid much attention. The first few nights were uneventful, but then one night everything changed. I woke up at around 2:30 a.m. to the sound of someone walking outside my room. The footsteps were slow, deliberate. At first, I thought it was my grandmother, but when I called out to her, there was no answer. The footsteps stopped. I felt my stomach drop. I reached for my phone to check the time, and just as I unlocked it, the power went out. The room was swallowed in darkness. My heart started pounding. I grabbed the torch from under my pillow and hesitantly got up. As I stepped closer to the door, I heard it, a faint, chilling whisper right behind me. Amen. I spun around, shining my torch everywhere. There was no one. My hands were shaking. I told myself I was just imagining things, but I could feel it. Someone was there, watching me. I didn't want to open the door, but something in me forced my hand. Maybe curiosity, maybe something else. I turned the knob and the door creaked open. The hallway was pitch black. And then suddenly, at the end of the hall, I saw a shadow coming towards me. Then I saw her. A woman, dressed in a tattered white suit. Her head tilted unnaturally to one side, long white hair covering most of her face. But what I saw of her skin, it was pale, almost gray, like she hadn't been alive for years. Her feet, they weren't touching the ground. I wanted to scream, to run, but my body refused to move. She slowly lifted a finger and pointed directly at me. And then, she let out a sound. Not a scream, not a cry. It was something inhuman. A low, guttural growl that echoed through the house. I stumbled back, slamming the door shut. My hands scrambled for my phone. I needed to call someone, anyone. But when I looked at the screen, my reflection wasn't my own. I don't remember much after that. I must have passed out because the next thing I knew, it was morning. The power was back, the house was silent, and there was no trace of anything that had happened. I tried telling my grandmother, but she just shook her head. I told you never to open the door at night. That's when she told me about her. The woman who had died in that house decades ago. The one who still roamed the halls looking for someone to take her place. I don't know why she chose me. But since that night, I haven't been the same. And sometimes when the night is quiet, I still hear her whisper my name.